If you value being able to vacation to tropical paradises where the ocean waters are as blue as the sky, then listen up. It is important to understand how not recycling, especially plastics, has turned into a crisis. I must act now, you must act now, we all must act now in order to make a change. My partner and I are very passionate about preserving the environment. We both have been doing research on this topic for a while now and feel that we are confident enough to speak with you about it today. Today, Maddie and I want to share with you some of the issues that not recycling causes, the best solution to this crisis, and what we will do as your political party nominee. Plastics that don't get recycled end up polluting our oceans. One example of this is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is located in the Pacific Ocean. It's approximately twice the size of Texas and contains between 13,000 to 18,000 pieces of floating plastic per square kilometer. According to the website of Project Aware, a nonprofit organization that works with volunteer scuba divers in an effort to clean up our oceans, accessed on October 31st, 2016, marine debris is not only unsightly, it is dangerous to sea life, hazardous to human health, and costly to our economies. The environmental damage caused by plastic debris alone is estimated at $13 billion a year. One reason that people give when asked why they don't recycle is that there is confusion about what exactly can be recycled. Studies have shown that most of the time people want to do the right thing, but when there is confusion about what can be recycled, oftentimes it leads to just tossing things into the trash. According to the website of Recycle Across America, a nonprofit organization that is working to standardize recycling labels in an effort to allow people to recycle with more ease, accessed on October 31st, 2016, recycling is inconsistent everywhere we go, making it extremely confusing. The fact that recycling is so poorly communicated to the public and that the importance of recycling is so underplayed often leads people to feel subliminally or even overtly that it must not be very important. Being we are the greatest country on earth, it should be our duty as a society to ensure we are further protecting our oceans from damage. Around 3 billion people in the world depend on seafood as their main source of protein, many of whom are also the poorest in the world. Scientists predict that just 33 years from now, in 2050, our oceans will contain more plastic than fish, causing the seafood supply to suffer greatly. Now that I have covered the harm that not recycling plastics does to our oceans, their wildlife, and how it affects humans, Maddie is going to discuss what our solution will be and why our plan will work.
The solution would be to recycle, especially plastic, and to get paid for the amount of recycling each year. The plan includes recycling bins that waste recycled materials, which will give back money on the federal income tax, which we all do value money, and depending on how much you recycle, the more money you'll receive. First, Shelby and I will work closely with companies to place these bins throughout the community. Second, we will advertise through newspaper, TV, radio, social media, and flyers. An action that can be taken immediately is to start recycling now and to get into the habit of taking care of the earth. Actions later include increasing funding for the EPA or other environmental agencies. The government will keep track of how much citizens can recycle, and it will take quite a bit of money, but in the long run, many costs that we incur from dealing with trash will be avoided. Secretary of the California Environmental Protection Agency Alan Lloyd stated in 2005, recycling eliminates the need to build the equivalent of one new large landfill each year in California. If each state increased recycling, that would be 50 less landfills made each year. Landfills are one of many places where trash is disposed, but the largest threat is in the ocean. An example of this would be the amount of plastic in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and how majority could have been recycled. According to the SF Gates article titled "Feds Want to Survey, Possibly Clean Up Vast Garbage Pit in Pacific," written in 2007, author Justin Burton says, "Plastic is undetectable by overhead satellite photos because it is 80% plastic. The plastic moves just beneath the surface from 1 inch to the depths of 300 feet. Broken down, that is 4 out of 5 water bottles that are being put into the ocean, and it could have been easily avoided if recycled in the first place." Now that we've discussed the plan in great detail, let's move on and talk about the visualization. It is our responsibility to take action now because we are poisoning our earth and causing irreversible damage, but the good news is implementing plans like ours can prevent this damage. Benefits include more money given back on the federal income tax, conservation of natural resources, and reduced plastic from being added to garbage patches if my running mate and I are nominated. Imagine all the extra money you've earned on your income tax by just recycling those water bottles that were filled to the brim of your garbage can. We all use plastic, whether it's a milk jug, a laundry detergent jug, or a water bottle. The number of landfills and garbage patches will only grow in numbers, and the amount of trash will increase significantly if action is not taken now. If the problem doesn't get fixed soon, life as we know it will change significantly. A beautiful beach day will turn into your worst nightmare, where the trash rolling in the waves will leave you shaking. If our plan is not followed, the landfills and garbage patches will only get worse and grow larger. By the time people realize how trashy the earth is, it will be too late. To wrap things up, Shelby and I have shared with you some of the issues that not recycling can do to the environment, the best solution to the crisis, and what we will do as your political party nominee. My running mate and I ask for your vote because we believe saving the environment is very important, and we believe our plan is very easy and very effective. It is important to recycle materials, especially plastic, because it is a crisis that the whole human population is dealing with, and it is only up to us to make the change. If you choose Shelby and I as your nominee, we promise you to always put in our extra, just like the extra money you'll be making from recycling.